Hello everyone and welcome to another timeless video. So this is the second day of Outlaws of Thunder Junction, and today we're going to be taking a look at Jeskai Stoneblade, which is a control deck that likes to be a little bit more proactive than your usual blue-eye control deck, using creatures such as Stoneforge Mystic, which is a new card that we got from this newest set. So unfortunately, the Stoneforge Mystic is actually part of the special guest in the set, so no matter what, you have to craft this. You cannot find this in a pack, unfortunately. Otherwise, you have to find this in a draft, which seems like winning a lottery at that point. So this is a deck that plays 4 copies of Stoneforge Mystic, and generally you just want to kind of play this out when you have some mana up. Like, you don't want to play this naked without any protection. Like, for example, like Spell Pierce, Spell Snare, or something like Mana Drain to back it up. It's not the end of the world if the Stoneforge Mystic dies, because, I mean, we do play 4 copies of it. And generally, you want to grab a card such as Cryptic Coat if you're trying to go for the grind game. But let's say if you're playing against a Reanimator that are trying to shoot out giant creatures onto the battlefield, then you could also grab an Assimilation Aegis, which is also a new equipment that was introduced with the set. Basically, when this equipment comes onto the battlefield, it exiles one of the target creatures until this leaves the battlefield. But what's sick about this card is it only costs 2 to equip, and if you equip to a creature, that creature becomes the creature that you exiled. So for example, if opponent has a Gristlebrand, for instance, and you Assimilation Aegis their Gristlebrand, and then you attach to a Stoneforge Mystic, now the Stoneforge Mystic is all of a sudden a Gristlebrand. That's pretty sick. And the fact that the Stoneforge Mystic's ability is an instant speed ability as well, you could also use the Stoneforge Mystic's ability on opponent's turn after fetching the Assimilation Aegis. So it's pretty versatile, and as a one-of, it's fantastic that you can grab something like this with the Stoneforge Mystic now. And the last equipment we play is a Sword of Fire and Ice. It's an okay artifact. I just couldn't find another one that was good enough to be played with the Stoneforge Mystic, so there you have it. And as for our counter spells, we have gone over all the counter spells that we play, except for just one of them. Obviously, we know how good Mana Drain is, right? Mana Drain, play some Snapcaster Mage for 1 mana, play Teferi Time Reveler for 2 mana, or even Cryptic Coat for 1 mana. Or if you countered a 3 mana card, then you can go Lorin Revealed, draw 3 cards for 2 mana. That's also pretty sick as well. But the other counterspell that we're actually playing that is also a new card from the set, called 3 Steps Ahead. So this is using a new mechanic called Spree, which means you can choose 1 or more additional option for the cost. So it's similar to Archmage Charm in a way that if you pay 3 mana, 2 blue sources, you can counter a target spell. But let's say you didn't want to counter. You could also create a token that's a copy of target artifact or creature you control. You could copy a Snapcaster Mage, you could copy a Stoneforge Mystic, or even a Cryptic Coat with this card. And the last option that this card provides is you get to draw 2 cards and then discard 1 card. So if you're just drawing 2 cards, it's technically worse than Archmage Charm, but if you suddenly add 2 more mana, you can counter and draw 2 and discard a card in a single spell. Or if you have just way too much mana, you could do entire thing. So this card is super versatile. I think this card is pretty insane. And if you haven't played with it, I suggest you try it out. So with that said, I'm gonna be hopping over to some Timeless Special 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Okay, first game with this deck. A lot of new cards. Beautiful. A lot of new cards. We're currently looking for a land or Brainstorm. One or the two. Uh-oh. Well, we are playing a deck with swords, so that's really nice. Wait, what? You don't have any... Another Dark Ritual. Double Oliphant. Okay. Good thing we have a Swords and a Path to Exile. Otherwise, we would be in a pretty bad spot. Oh, I didn't know it did this. I thought it was just a vanilla 6/4 trample creature. Okay, this is my bad. I didn't know this was a thing. Yeah. I just took damage for no reason. I think I do kind of want this land. Also, I'm about to take 6 damage next turn as well. This is another target creature, by the way. Okay, so I mean, let's see what happens here. I will take this damage. Because I want a mana drain potentially. Okay, then I'll draw a card. I wonder what that is. Do we need another island for potential future Mystical Archive?
If you show remorse, I'll show restraint. I've got time.
Okay. I think we got this.
This might be a bad idea.
Mana drain into 3 step ahead is so sick. Show and tell. Let's mana drain. Let's grab the mana drain back. Wait, what? Okay, that's it should be in there. The land, that is. What do they have?
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Maybe I just play Swords and pass. Kozilek? This is not the craziest mana drain. But I want some mana so I can potentially 3 steps ahead. Maybe I don't even use it. Maybe I just use the mana to equip. Okay, very interesting card, this 3 step ahead. A lot of potential with this one. I guess we're playing Rest in Peace. We'll cut some Snapcaster Mages. We'll also bring in Containment Priest as well. Yeah, let's cut the Snapcaster Mage. Since it's a little bit of a non-ball, right? Rest in Peace plus Snapcaster Mage. I think that's it. We do have a Brainstorm and a Swords. I think we keep this one. Ooh, that's pretty bad. There goes my Brainstorm. I would actually take the Brainstorm here because I only have 1 land. But I do have a Sword, so I don't know. It's up to you. Do you take the Swords? Do you take the Brainstorm? They took the mana drain instead. What? Excuse me. Also, we could Assimilation Aegis one of their big creatures and then turn the Stoneforge Mystic into it. I think that's also pretty sick. I think that's an easy assemble a team. Spell Snare here. Okay, I think... I think we pass. Let's see what they play. This is a sick turn if they show and tell. They Dark Ritual into a show and tell. But it's gonna have... I guess we go Assimilation Aegis. I was thinking about putting the Stoneforge Mystic onto the battlefield. I almost forgot that this has Summoning Sickness, right? Well, this is way nicer. Okay. This is either Jund or Zoo, I guess. I want to keep these two. I think it's 3 steps ahead. Maybe I should have also put in a lightning bolt because I'm actually going to fetch blue-white. Yeah. Seems like it's a bit of an oversight on my part. Might have been a mistake. Any Landos? Whoa. Maybe it is a zoo deck. Interesting. Maybe a natural order? No, natural order can't be right because they played Giganta. Natural order is double green. What? It can't be a Yagamoth because of Giganta yet again. But they're playing Gilded Goose. What does this mean? I'm confused. It would be nice if I can actually mana drain here so we can play the Stoneforge Mystic next turn and still keep up a mana drain. It's so good. Like, oh man, this card is redonkulous. How good it is. I guess it could be a Winota deck that's playing Giganta. I mean, it's a potential. It is a potential. Do I care about Gilded Goose? Probably not. What if it kills me with only food? That would be a problem. Lelia. 2 mana up. Could be a Tarmogoyf. So I should actually tap it like this. Oh. I think we go Stoneforge Mystic. Let's grab a Cryptic Coat. so it's an Oko. Nice. Very nice. Stoneforge Mystic, what a card. We were a bit struggling on lands though. It seems like it's 5-color good stuff? No, it has to be a Jund, right? I mean, it has to be a Zoo deck, right? With that's playing Lelia, but also playing Once Upon a Time? Weird. I'll play Supreme Verdict. I'll play Final Showdown for Kavus and Tishana's Tidebinder as well. Teferi is pretty interesting if they play a lot of Veil of Summers. I think we get rid of Spell Pierce. I want to go down on Snapcaster Mage as well. Maybe Swords. Yeah. Another Gilded Goose start. I don't know what the Gilded Goose means. What does this mean? Like, I am still confused as to what they're playing. Well, this is a bit awkward, isn't it? We have a Steam Vent to fetch. I think I'm just going to play Meticulous Archive and pass. Cryptic Coat. Not very interested in that right now. It's probably an Orcish Bowmaster or something like that. No. Okay, that's definitely an Orcish Bowmaster. 100%. 1000%. No? What's happening? Okay, I mean, I guess they passed knowing that we have one. I guess we can just Brainstorm and then Lightning Bolt the Bowmaster. Doesn't sound too bad. Mystical Dispute. Okay. Right on. Veil of Summer. Ooh. Final Showdown. Another new card. Snapcaster Mages. We're currently in need of a counter spell. What's happening? What happened this game? I can't counter this activation because I need to use this on their turn. Really? Okay, well that's good for me. Unless they're about to like Tribal Flame me. Okay, Dispute again. Looks like their entire hand is like a bunch of counter spells, maybe? Yeah, very peculiar game. Okay, these Tishana's Tidebinder, they are pretty bad. I didn't expect this deck to be doing what they're doing now, right? I thought it was something different, completely.
Wild and sovereign and free.
Okay, that doesn't do anything. They don't have any blue spells right now. Do I want to use double lightning bolt on Oko? Seems a bit weak, but
Quite the nibble.
what can you do?
I see how it is.
Conveniently, actually, if I had Mana Drain versus the two Veil of Summers here, I actually would have been in a pretty bad spot. Funny enough. Ooh, Teferi. Teferi into... It's actually not even that good right now. That's the thing. Because if I Teferi the Oko, and I don't have a Tishana's Tidebinder up, that's pretty bad. I just think we got kind of duped here. No mana drains? What is this? This isn't my Timeless. Okay, that's really good. So we can grab Mystic Sanctuary, perhaps, sure. Lightning Bolt. Nothing I can do. So what can I grab? I guess a Brainstorm would be the best card. Or just a Lightning Bolt here. Would be the same outcome. Let's just grab a Lightning Bolt. And let's go to Fairy. Veil of Summer.
Let's slow this down. Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Man, oh man. Definitely misunderstood their deck and probably sideboarded it wrong. I thought like Kabu's about to come down or something like that.
Only time will tell.
Once upon a time. This is another instant speed spell. It's probably binding, actually. We still haven't seen a counter spell. Wow, they're gone. They pieced out. I killed my opponent by making them bored. I think the mistake was actually putting the Cryptic Coat into the graveyard. We got a mana drain, but our land is kind of scuffed, right? But I think we still keep this one. I think we still keep it. Here's another interesting spot. I could play this, but if I draw a blue land, Mana Drain becomes worse. I think I just play Island and pass. Hoping for a land here. I got severely punished. I got so punished, actually. By not playing the... Wow, that's actually pretty bad. It looks like they have, like a potentially... a Spell Pierce, it seems like. Not much I can do, honestly. Monkey! I mean, it might actually make them tap out, though. Oh, never mind. Mana Drain. Because when I saw a blue land, I didn't expect them to go into a Steam Vent into a Ragavan, you know? But I mean, it should be... I think if all they're doing is this, I think we will probably be able to overcome this. Oh, that's interesting. It says at the beginning of your next main phase, so if you... Oh, wow, they're actually playing a similar deck here. But can you just imagine, like, if this Ragavan was countered? I think this game would have been a whole different game, right? They're also playing a sort of Fire and Ice, just like us. I think maybe it's just time to give up here and potentially go to next game. We'll see if I can get this Mana Drain up. Trying to counter their Ragavan here. Might be a little bit too late, though. We'll see. They pass? Really? I don't think they have a counter spell. I think they would have definitely countered it for Ragavan because it's been working out, right? The problem right now is, like, we're stuck on lands. It's a huge, gigantic problem.
I am not going to sit this one out.
So they're gonna get the sword down. But they don't have a currently a creature to attach it to. And we'll spell snare the Stoneforge Mystic. I think that's the plan here. How do they have priority still? Do they have a cycle card? I think they have a Lauren revealed, maybe?
There goes nothing.
Okay, swords is pretty nice. I think we might need more Lauren revealed. I mean, we didn't play Brainstorm yet, so... There's also that. We'll spell snare this. They had two. Okay, that's okay. We have swords. We have swords next turn. We also have a bunch of Stoneforge Mystics, but we haven't been very fortunate enough to play these. Seems like they have a Bolt as well. Potentially. Yep, there you go.
Really should have seen that coming.
So we'll probably source the Stoneforge. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so we'll source the Stoneforge. Oh, they have a Spell Pierce. No, they have another Bolt. I could play the Stoneforge. I think Mana Drain's probably better. So we're probably gonna go Mana Drain. I don't think they have a counter spells anymore. I think they've used all of them. We'll go Mana Drain, Stoneforge, potentially grab Cryptic Coat or Swords of Fire and Ice. What a mess of a game. Very nice. Grab Swords or Cryptic? No, I think I'll grab the Cryptic first. And we only have to spend 2 mana because we just countered a 3 mana card? Insane. Could also see myself playing another Stoneforge Mystic here. Okay, I have no freaking idea how we won that one, by the way. I just have no idea. I have no clue. I think I'm gonna go to Shana. This one's pretty cool. But I think we just go with this. Assimilation Aegis. How important is this card? As just a one-up though? Probably decent. I think I'll go down on a Snapcaster. I think we'll just call it at that. These games are so sick. It's so refreshing coming from a show and tell meta. Please, opponent. Don't surrender. No, please. Aw, that sucks. My opponent disappeared. Okay, well, really unfortunate last game, but because we're on a roll right now, we're trying to test out all the decks at the moment. Pretty poor showcase, but it is what it is. All right. Loris. I am so scared of Archive Trap, like it's... Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, Blood Crypt. Oh man. Okay. Should I go Steam Vent? Okay. A little bit awkward. I think they'll take away the Stoneforge Mystic for sure if I leave it. And I need to hide a Brainstorm, so I guess I'm just gonna do this. Because I really need to draw a land. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna go Brainstorm. Hopefully we find a land. Oh, thank God. I think we need to keep the Spell Snare. And the sword. So I guess 3 step ahead. And maybe a Brainstorm? Maybe we shock this in, actually. Draw into a Brainstorm. So we can Brainstorm again. And then Polluted a Delta. Yeah. Is this Rakdos? What is this? I could also just Stoneforge Mystic now. I should just brainstorm. A lightning bolt. What am I doing? I am so dumb right now. Please don't do what I just did. What am I doing? What am I doing right now? That was so bad. Yeah, I don't know why I just did that. Like, I put 2 lands on top. Like a freaking idiot. Okay, so it's, they're playing Best Shadow. I think we'll grab Cryptic Coat. Okay. Scourge! Oh, wow. Yeah, maybe I just go Snapcaster since they're tapped out. Play Swords. Ruin their day. Yep, back to 20 life. Okay, that's pretty annoying. NT. Okay. I mean, I have to kill this, right? Maybe I should have... Should I have just used the... Oh, man. So, I could create a copy of a Snapcaster Mage to get... What? A Brainstorm? That's a potential. Draw 2 and discard 1 card. Okay, I'm in it. I could counter plus draw 2 and discard. I could also copy. How much do I care about this though? I think we just pass with the 3-step ahead. I don't think it's too big of a deal, even if we can't cast this right now. Yeah, very interesting card, isn't it? I kept this one just so I can discard it to this. Okay, very annoying. Very timely draw too. Right on, right on. Island, island, island. So Mystic Sanctuary is online. What do we get back? 3-step ahead? This is such a sick card, by the way. Like, that's so sick. Like, late game, it's so good compared to Archmage Charm. Also, our deck is just really good versus them, having swords. Now, the question is, do we bring Rest in Peace? Turns up Unholy Heat, which they're probably going to get rid of. Dreadful Arcanist. Okay, never mind. I am going to bring Rest in Pieces. Let's take out some Snapcaster Mage. Maybe even Supreme Verdict. Yeah, let's get rid of a Snapcaster Mage, even though it was decent. Mana Drain. I'm not gonna lie. This deck is sick. This deck is so sick. Like, I usually hate decks with Teferi. But this is like, this deck is like kind of reactive and proactive at the same time. Which is something I enjoy. Nice. Well, that's kind of awkward. I actually have to play this for Mana Drain. But I want to keep the fetch land for Brainstorm. So if they play something, I guess I'm just not fetching, maybe? Kozilek? I think this Kozilek has some meaning. Yeah. Because I can go to Fairy next turn, potentially. Okay, that's really, really good, by the way. So I can go to Fairy and Path to Exile. And obviously, I think I'll plus here. They didn't Bowmaster? Maybe they have an Unholy Heat. Yeah, let's just draw. In case they have an Unholy Heat. Let's just get some value out of it. Oh, they just pass like that. That's really good. I'm gonna keep this for Mystic Sanctuary.
Let's try this.
Ooh. A Thoughtseize? I'll Mana Drain. I know they have a Loris here, but nothing I can do. They play a Thoughtseize, right? Let's plus.
Here we go.
Grab a Mystic Sanctuary. Grab a Mana Drain. I'll just draw into these. Yeah, there's just no hope. Like, they're playing a Rakdos version instead of the Grixis version. So they're so weak to removal spells. Like, they can't protect their Death Shadows from Swords to Plowshare. Alright. Again, the sideboard's a little bit messed up. Apologies, but that's, you gotta complain about that to Wizard of the Coast. But you can check out the sideboard in the deck list below. I have a link down there. But yeah, let's talk about this deck. Let's talk about this deck. When I started, for some reason, Mystic Sanctuary wasn't in the deck. It's supposed to, so got a little bit bamboozled in the first game, but here we are. We have a Mystic Sanctuary here. So, Jeskai Stoneblade. I quite like this a lot. When it comes to Teferi, I'm actually a hater. I am a Teferi hater. So naturally, like, when I play any decks that has like some blue and white color in it, I usually just go into green so that I can play Oko instead. But in this particular deck, it's actually pretty sick because Teferi allows you to bounce your own Cryptic Coat without having to pay the price. Bouncing things like Cryptic Coat. You could also bounce Stoneforge Mystics and Snapcaster Mage as well. So these actually like go hand to hand. So I'm a big fan of Teferi here. Obviously, you can't bounce this because it literally says exile up to one target creature until this card leaves the battlefield. But we have seen a little bit of the Assimilation Aegis against the Reanimator in the first game, right? That's actually pretty sick. Usually the Reanimator decks bring Show and Tells in the game 2 and 3. They expect you to bring something like a Graveyard Hate, right? So they bring Show and Tells, and all of a sudden, Assimilation Aegis comes down, exile one of their creatures, and you can equip this to either your Snapcaster Mage or Stoneforge Mystic, and it can become like a Gristlebrand or Aatroxa, things like that. So honestly, like a one of Aegis, really sick. You can get it with the Stoneforge Mystic. I think that's such an insane combo, especially against the Reanimator deck. We haven't really seen much of a Sword of Fire and Ice, but we just kind of have it in there for now. You know, we are playing Stoneforge Mystic, having a one copy of, it's never too bad, you know? Draw a bunch of cards, drawing is good. We're also playing 2 copies of Path to Exile and 4 copies of Swords. Swords just gonna be better, you know? It's never good giving cards, so we don't want to play too many copies of Path to Exile. And 3 steps ahead. I'm actually genuinely surprised how versatile this card was. It can be used like an Archmage Charm to counter a card, but if you have more mana in the future, like in one game we did, we could counter, and if you pay the extra 2 mana, you could also draw 2 and then discard a card. So I'm actually a pretty big fan of this card, honestly. Like it was actually quite good. And the second option, like create a token, that's also pretty sick. Because conveniently, we actually play a lot of artifacts, right? Think about just having to copy an artifact that we control, like Aegis, or perhaps Cryptic Coat. Or, you know, you can just copy a Snapcaster Mage as well. So I think this card is super versatile. It's a bit worse if you're just using it to draw 2, because it's not technically draw 2, because you do have to discard a card. But the added benefit when you can counter and do something else is actually pretty insane. And sometimes, like, creating a token that's a copy of target artifact or creature you control could finish the game. Let's say, like, you only have Snapcaster Mage and you need to deal 3 damage. You could copy the Snapcaster Mage to cast the Lightning Bolt. I think that's pretty sick. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, leave a like, comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.